So after the 2023 season with D'Amico Ryan with D'Amico Ryan being the head coach for the Houston Texans and them drafting C.J. Strauss in 2023, and you look at the Houston Texans and they really had a great 2023 season, um, getting getting into a championship game in 2023 with a rookie quarterback getting over 4,000 passing yards, and you think, that's pretty good for first time that D'Amico Ryan's got a head coaching job, and they finally got their guy at quarterback in C.J. Stroud, putting up some great numbers. He was up there like in his rookie year, putting up over 4,000 passing yards in his rookie year. Stuff like Andrew Luck has done in the past, and then you would have to go back to like a Tom Brady, but going into the season, you was hoping that maybe the Houston Texans would kick on a bit and would kick on and continue from 2023. Kind of that wasn't the case. Especially, again, they won the AFC South, but the AFC South isn't really, come on, you won the AFC South, congrats guys, but you're in a division with the Indianapolis Colts, you're in there with the Titans, you're in there with fucking football. You're in there with three scrub teams. So you're not really pulling up trees here and fucking doing fucking great shit. It's not really a competitive division. Again, Jacksonville's decent, I guess, but the other two, like the Colts and the fucking Titans, are just unsurvivors. But anyway, they get into the season, and especially in the free agency, they make two big trades in free agency. Stefon Diggs from the Bills, which is a fantastic addition. Bringing Stefon Diggs in to be a weapon around C.J. Stroud, and Joe Mixon from the Bengals. Joe Mixon comes in, they give him a pretty good contract. They give Stefon Diggs a good deal, and you look at really this offensive line, and you're like, shit, you've got Stefon Diggs. He's done some great things with Josh Allen in fucking Buffalo, and then you have Joe Mixon, who was in the Super Bowl a number of years ago, with Joe Burrow, almost won the Super Bowl with Joe Burrow a number of years ago. So again, you're thinking right there and then, I'm loving the progression. Also, you're looking at Dalton Schultz as well, that they had from the year prior. Tank Dell, who they drafted in the same draft class as C.J. Stroud. So again, you've got some really good additions on that offensive side of the ball. Again, you go into this season, you're a 5-1 team. You start 5-1, pretty impressive. I think it's a pretty impressive start that you go 5-1. You start 5-1 in the regular season, which is impressive. And then you come to the Lions, and I remember in this game, like you was really doing some good stuff in that first half and second half. The first quarter and second quarter was doing fantastic well against us in the Lions, that you was kicking our ass. And then second half, the defense just shit the bed on the shit. They just absolutely fucking crumbled, and we beat the Texans 27. We beat them 27-7. They were really doing some really good stuff, and we came back and we beat them 27-7. And then they lose to the Ravens as well. Again, 2-point after the team in the Ravens and the Lions, 31-2, and then 27-7. But passing yards, it was C.J. Stroud again. C.J. Stroud coming after his rookie year, kind of dropped off a bit in his rookie year this season. He only had 3,727 passing yards. Joe Mixon had over 1,000 rushing yards, and you had Stefon Diggs, who had 1,006. Joe Mixon had 1,016 rushing yards. Receiving yards, you had that was 1,006. But again, Tank Dell did get injured in the season, so the Stefon Diggs, I think that was really two of your big losses in the season. You had a Stefon Diggs who got injured, and then Tank Dell gets injured as well. But you had Nico Collins again. Nico Collins as well. He was part of this team. A couple of free agencies that you're gonna lose in this in this 2025 off season is Jeff Okulu, Robert Wood, and then you're looking at Stephon Diggs. He's going to be a free agent if you're going to renew his deal or whatever. But you're looking at points against. It was 14th in especially in that defensive side of the ball. And DeMeco as a defensive minded head coach, the 14th best defense in the league. It just really shows that side of the ball, DeMeco Ryans the expert at. He's kind of really, they need to really get their shit together on that side of the ball. Points for, it was 14th as well for points for and points against. Didn't have the best, again, especially if you, and that really surprised me. Like, you're looking at the points for, it was 14th for points. Especially with the weapons they had, like I know Tank Dell was injured, but they had some like Nico Collins. I know Stephon Diggs was injured, but you had Schultz and other people on the offensive line that could actually win you a couple of games, and you're only like 14th in offense, 14th in defense. You was 15th in rushing yards. So again, you need to kind of work on the running. You need to work on running the ball, and then passing yards. Again, 21st in passing yards, man. Only 21st in the league. That has to absolutely have to improve in 2025. So again, what do they need? Again, you're gonna have to think about wide receiver. Again, especially if like Robert Wood leaves, or if you move on from Stephon Diggs, or you don't renew his contract. So again, wide receiver has to be addressed. Inside linebacker, especially because, again, defense-minded head coach, and you're 14th in the league. Offensive line has to be addressed as well. You need an offensive tackle. Defensive line as well. So you need an interior linebacker, and you need somebody on that interior, and then you need somebody on that defensive line as well. You need an edge, and then a running back, man. You absolutely need a running back. You're 15th in rushing yards. And then get a tight end. Maybe you can find somebody in a free agency. But again, you've got 17 million in dead cap space. You did get the playoffs this season, though, 2024. You beat the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh's Chargers, but again lose to the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round, 14-21, 14-27. So again, it was really a comeback to earth kind of moment for the Houston Texans this season. But again, DeMeco Ryan, they've got a good roster. I just think defensively they need to work on, and offensively they need to be work on both sides of the ball, and both sides of the tracks need to be addressed. So again, if you can move people around, again you can maybe move on from Robert Wood, and again you can move on from stuff like that. But again, Tank Dell has to be healthy for 2025.